Hi there, Rob here with today's Western Pacific weather update. You are looking at the latest from Invest 98W. We actually have been talking about this area all week and about the models really picking up on a region around Palau. Well, now it does look like it's going to be starting to develop a little bit ahead of time, actually. But look at this area now. There is some fairly decent cyclonic circulation being indicated on the satellite imagery. Still fairly disorganized, though, as there is no clear center of convection or center of circulation around this region. But at least at this time, though, it is bringing some heavy rain showers across portions of Palau, even over towards Yap, and also the east coast of Visayas and Mindanao, starting to see the effects of these outer rain bands as they continue to push onshore. But another reason why we do know that there is a fairly decent cyclonic circulation is the observations coming out of this region, or ship observations to say the least. Now, not much to work with here because we really don't have like hurricane hunters back in the Atlantic, but we do have a few ships and one down here towards the south. Basically, all we can get from this is that this does have a westerly wind, and then up here an easterly wind. And it doesn't really take too much to figure out that that kind of does support the fact that there would be a cyclonic circulation somewhere within that region. But that is all we have to work with here. That is one reason why forecasting out here in the Western Pacific is significantly challenging. ASCII imagery is also another tool we'd use at this time, but it doesn't look like there was a clear pass over that center of circulation. But here, looking at the wind shear chart, looking only about 5 to 10 knots over top of that circulation overall, so that does indicate a rather decent amount of vertical wind shear to allow tropical development coming out of this. But also look at the positive vorticity over Palau, and then the more important factor is sea surface temperatures across this area. It is absolutely baking still. Temperatures ranging all the way up to around 30 to 33 degrees on Fahrenheit. That's right around 87 degrees. This chart courtesy of Weather Underground, but you can clearly see these significantly hot sea surface temperatures. And that is just going to allow for more latent heat and more tropical development. And actually at this time, JMA, or the Japan Meteorological Agency, calling this a tropical depression on their surface chart. They have not put it on the tropical cyclone information page, but just showing this here, a clear center of circulation in the tropics of closed circulation. That by definition, that is a tropical depression, currently at 1008 HPA. And also here on these plots and points around this, you can somewhat see a cyclonic circulation coming around that tropical depression as well. So really, main reason why I'm doing this morning, though, is just to give a heads up for everybody out here in the Philippines that there is a possible chance that this could move off towards the west, bringing in some heavy rainfall, and the risk of flash flooding and landslides is going to be there. If this area does track on a west to northwesterly course, as streamline analysis would indicate, but it also could just linger here right around Palau, waiting for a break in that subtropical ridge, then rush off towards the north. But at least at this time, it does kind of look like where the general direction of this will be going. So definitely continue to stay tuned in with Pagasa and also the Japan Meteorological Agency for the latest warnings on this area. But also here at WesternPacificWeather.com, we will continue to keep you posted on this. It's still initializing though, so there also is still a weak chance that this may actually fall apart and not really get too much organized going throughout the next 24 to 48 hours. But I do think by this evening we'll have a much better idea on what's going to be happening here. It did intensify rapidly through the overnight hours, so sometimes we see that with regions just towards the east of the Philippines, and then they began to fall apart soon after. But at least at this time, given the current model outlooks on this region, they all really are picking up on possible development here. And also organization and the factors playing into it are kind of favorable for possible development. We're still going to be watching this very closely here coming through the next 24 hours. But elsewhere, also looking at a low pressure moving across Korea and Japan. If you want more information on that, please check out our daily satellite analysis. And also, I'll be on NHK World all week giving you your weather out here in the Western Pacific and worldwide. Please stay safe out there, though, and have a great day. Bye.